Good evening, friends. Three massive medical breakthroughs you need to know today. June 2026. FDA approves revolutionary new drugs plus massive cancer and diabetes updates. Welcome back to the channel. Today is June 21st, 2026, and the medical world is moving faster than ever. If you want to know how science is rewriting the future of human health, you are in the exact right place. Today, we are diving into a game-changing FDA approval that alters the course of type 1 diabetes in kids. We are also breaking down a landmark oncology trial that just slashed pancreatic cancer death risks by a whopping 60%. Plus, if you or a loved one are tracking the massive changes in healthcare systems, we have the latest updates on global medical exams and public health alerts. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because you won't want to miss a single update. Let's jump right into today's top medical stories. Segment 1, the Diabetes Game Changer, sealed FDA expansion. Our first major story today is a massive win for the pediatric health community. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration just granted a critical new accelerated approval for a drug called sealed teplizumab. Now, why is this a big deal? Sealed is officially the first disease-modifying therapy approved to delay the decline of insulin production in children aged 8 to 17 who have recently been diagnosed with stage 3 type 1 diabetes. For years, a type 1 diabetes diagnosis meant an immediate, aggressive shift to daily insulin dependency. But this drug actually changes the biological timeline. It steps in to protect the pancreas's ability to make its own insulin for longer. Doctors are calling this a historic milestone because it buys these young patients and their families precious time. It alters the very course of the disease right at the start. Additionally, the FDA just extended the age of use for the Dexcom Stelo over-the-counter continuous glucose monitor. It is now cleared for children as young as 2 years old. This means tracking blood sugar just became incredibly accessible for parents without needing a doctor's prescription. Segment 2, Massive Oncology Breakthroughs, Pancreatic and Prostate Cancer. Next up, we are looking at some truly historic data from the oncology world. Results from the landmark RSLU 302 clinical trial were just published, and the data is turning heads everywhere. A new drug called daraxonrasib was tested against standard intravenous chemotherapy for pancreatic cancer. The results? It nearly doubled overall survival times for patients. The drug extended median survival from 6.7 months to 13.2 months. Most importantly, it showed a massive 60% reduction in the risk of death. Pancreatic cancer is famously one of the hardest cancers to treat, making this a true landmark victory for targeted therapy. But that is not all for cancer news. The FDA also just approved capivasertib, brand name Truqap, in combination with standard treatments for adults with advanced prostate cancer that has a specific genetic defect known as PTEN deficiency. Paired with a new companion diagnostic device, this allows doctors to pinpoint exactly which patients will benefit, offering a 19% improvement in stopping the cancer from spreading. We are truly living in the era of precision medicine. Segment 3, New Everyday Medications, Flu, COVID, and Brain Health. Now let's talk about everyday health. If you dread the winter flu season, the FDA just approved the very first single-dose generic alternative to Xofluza, baloxavir marboxil. It is approved for acute flu treatment and prevention in anyone aged 5 and older. Because it's a generic, it is expected to drastically lower costs and increase access just in time for the upcoming flu season. We also have a brand new shield against COVID-19. The FDA approved Zocova and Citralver. This is the first and only oral pill designed specifically to help prevent COVID-19 after you have been exposed to someone who has it. Think of it like a post-exposure shield that you take for 5 days to stop the virus in its tracks before you even get sick. Meanwhile, in brain health, researchers at the Baylor College of Medicine just discovered that a protein called tubulin might be the secret key to blocking toxic protein clumps in the brain. These clumps are the main drivers behind Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. If scientists can harness this, we could see an entirely new class of drugs that frees neurodegenerative damage before it starts. Segment 4, Global Health Alerts and System Updates. Shifting our focus to global health infrastructure, today is a massive day in India as over 22 lakh medical aspirants took the high-stakes NETUG 2026 re-examination. The National Testing Agency deployed heavy security with over 6,000 observers across more than 5,400 centers to ensure a fair and secure test following past paper leak controversies. In fact, the National Medical Commission took the extreme step of banning leaves for existing medical students this weekend just to prevent anyone from acting as a proxy candidate. Talk about a lockdown on exam security. On a more somber note, a severe public health emergency occurred today in Tamil Nadu, India, where a major ammonia gas leak at a private seafood processing factory tragically killed 7 women and sent dozens more to local hospitals. Today is also the International Day of Yoga, with the World Health Organization highlighting yoga for healthy aging. They are emphasizing how structured physical activity integrated into global healthcare systems can dramatically reduce anxiety, depression, and physical decline as we age. Taking a daily multivitamin? Well, while multivitamins aren't bad for you, they won't provide protection from heart disease, cancer, or mental decline. You'll get the same, or even better, nutritional benefit from a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and low-fat dairy products. WebMD. Dapagliflozin was well tolerated in infants and children with HF when used alongside standard medical therapy. These data call for multi-center, prospective studies to further characterize the efficacy of dapagliflozin in this high-risk population. Link.springer.com. I'm just too old for exercises? Exercise is good for just about everyone, including older adults. Even moderate amounts of physical activity can have a big impact. Talk with your doctor first, of course. If you've been inactive, take it easy as you get started, say 5 to 10 minutes of moderate activity each day. WebMD. Outro and call to action. From life-saving cancer pills to groundbreaking diabetes management for children, today's medical news proves that science is making massive leaps forward every single day. I want to hear from you. Which of these breakthroughs do you think will have the biggest impact on the world? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who cares about health, and don't forget to subscribe for your daily dose of the most important medical updates. Thank you so much for watching, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video. Disclaimer: compiled information. This content is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. The audience must verify the contents before use. The creator, publisher, and YouTube will not be responsible for any adverse consequences.